Hey guys, Erie is here and welcome along to another video. As always, if this is your first time here and you like watching all sorts of sim racing related content, subscribe now and hit that bell icon as well so you get notified of every video I upload and you don't miss a thing. So, it's been a while. It was the bank holiday weekend. I thought I'd jump into some Monday night daily races. Now that I stream 9 till 5 Monday to Friday, I haven't really had any time for these. There was a break in the Gran Turismo World Series, so I thought I'd jump in. We're here at Fuji and we're coming down to the first corner here on lap number 1. And we're going to see up ahead already someone's going to do a perfect 360 no scope, I believe that's known in the first person shooter world. But having started in 10th, we're already up to 9th. To be quite honest, I have done that myself too many times to remember, so I can't really judge him too much. So what was interesting was that there was quite a few faces that I remember. I used to do this, as I say, every Monday night on Gran Turismo Sport. It was an absolute mainstay of the channel, and right behind us we've got our old friend Mike, aka Mike the Player, who's going to chuck it up the inside and produce a clean move here into the chicane. So having gone up to 9th, we are now immediately back down to 10th, or we thought we were at least. Mike got on the power a little bit too heavy there, got a wriggle on, there was a bit of contact, something was going on the inside as well. Thankfully though, we didn't get a penalty, and after all of that, we remained where we started in P10. But the main thing was, after negotiating all of that, was that we didn't have a penalty. Because as you're going to see here, if you get a penalty, you are in big trouble. The gates are at the top of this ginormous straight. As I wiggle my way through here, I still don't trust the ghosting system here on Gran Turismo 7. We've been punished too many times. But if you get one of those, you are in big trouble. But we didn't, and we came down into the first corner here for lap number 2 in P8. So finally, we've made up a couple of positions and we have kept them. Well, we're actually going to go up another. Make that 7th place as someone drops it here after going too wide at the hairpin. I'm then overtaken down into the final corner. I didn't really put up a fight here as I knew going defensive I'd be slow on the straight, so I let him through with the intention of taking the place back down the whopping great big straight here at Fuji. So we're side by side here as we cross the line to start lap number 3. We're on the inside looking for our braking point, which is just after, well, it's about 125, about the 125 metre mark. He remains on the outside. We give him room, which is probably, well, it's polite, but it's not ideal because he's now going to have the inside into turn number 3, which he takes. We're on the outside. There's no way you can hang around there, and we have to relinquish the place for good. So we're down to P8, and this gives us a little bit of a break in proceedings to explain what we're doing here. So we're here, of course it's a new week of dailies, had the day off on Monday, it was a bank holiday in the UK, so I jumped in to a Monday night. I hadn't done anything all weekend, so I thought, you know, I'd fire up the old Erie Isn't account, as it was much higher than my actual account, which is reasonably sad times. It's a sorry state of affairs when your second account is higher than your actual account that you're supposed to be using for serious stuff. And we jumped in. The reason I used the account with the higher DR on it was because I've got a better chance of being in the top lobbies. There's some quick drivers here, and you need to have as high a DR as possible if you're going to make it into the top lobbies. And of course, nobody knows what their DR is right now. All I know is that this one was A+, and Erie was A, so Erie Isn't it was. So I didn't have long to practice, about 4 laps, 2 of which were on mediums. And now that I've got all those excuses out of the way, all that's really left to say is there's no fuel required in this one. We're on mediums. You could use the softs, but the mediums are required, so there was absolutely no point going on the softs because you wouldn't make up enough time to cover the pit stop. And we've obviously got 12 laps, so a decent amount of time here as we go purple through sector 1, but mediums it was, a straight up 12 lap sprint here. We're going to stay on board as we chase the Portuguese up ahead, because we're going to see here how easy it is to make a mistake, as he's just made one there, but he's going to make a bigger one in a moment and how much time you can lose. So we're coming down the straight here. We're going to slam on the anchors down into Dunlop. He's going to go a little bit deep and he's just going to be completely out of rhythm. And we are absolutely on him here. You can see him wiggling there as he tries to get the power down in. Probably a bit of panic, to be honest. I'm always the same when I have an issue down there. And he's just completely outsourced. This is such a technical part of the track. Well, the most technical part of this track, and probably one of the most technical sectors in the entire world. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. But after that mistake, we are on him. And once bitten, twice shy. We're not going to let him pull the same move on us again. So we're sat in the slipstream here as we cross the line to start lap number 5. He's not going to go to the right because he's going to think he's going to be able to hang it around the outside. We're going to brake a little bit deeper this time, get it stopped, make sure we meet the apex. And he tries the cutback, but we just hang around a little bit on the apex there to make sure that we hold on to the position. And back up to 7th we go. Now we're going to move ahead here to lap number 7, so a couple of laps later, and we've managed to hold him off. But the Portuguese has regrouped and he is on us here as we come out of the final corner on lap number 7. He's going to be close enough come at the end of this straight to try and make a move. So I've got a choice here. I either go to the right or I go to the left. So I decide to stay to the left and try and hang it around the outside at turn number 1 and give him a dose of his own medicine. But he's going to be alongside here as we come into the first corner, and well, he just has such a good exit. There was nothing I could do. There was no chance there of me hanging it around the outside, and back down to 8th we go. But we have the Irishman on us behind, and down the straight this time I am determined to put up more of a fight. So I'm looking in my rear view here. I then try to move as late as possible on the Irishman. It's a bit, I don't know. We're side by side here coming to turn number 1. I gave him the space, but then he had the inside and I again conceded the place. Now, I felt borderline naughty after that. What do you guys think? I think I timed it almost too perfectly and it probably looked like a block. I promised you it wasn't a block, but you guys let me know in the comment section down below. You guys know how I drive. You know how much pride I've got in driving fair. I just think I timed that one up too well. Either way, he got the position. I'm down another one to 9th here. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. So as we continue to race here, look at the beautiful sunset here at Fuji. Absolutely stunning. The sun is setting behind Mount Fuji. My brake markers are disappearing as the sun sets and they're in the shadows. It is beautiful. I absolutely love the dynamic weather on this game. Now, it was inevitable that we were going to get Fuji. We know it is in the popular rotation. And after calls from the community for Group 2 races, we've actually been given 2 in a row. And they show that they are listening even further by giving us only the select group of the 2016 group cars in this one. The NSX, the GTR, and the Lexus. Yes, the Lexus, that's the last one. So, not any of those Group 2 cars that are actually Group 1 cars or GT1 cars. I'm not really sure why that is. But as you guys know, the Group 2s, these cars are an absolute bit of me. The only way that this could have got better if it was at Suzuka, but I'm sure, knowing Polyphony Digital, that will come soon enough. Thankfully there was no copyright issues in this one. Previously there have been issues with a fraudulent company, shall we say, claiming fraudulently creators' work at Fuji. Thankfully though there's no issues there, and I do have a slight niggle with this combination. We have to use the softs and the mediums, or we just have to use the mediums, but the softs were available, but the multipliers were so low that it was completely pointless. But we move as they say. I just love everything that they're doing on Gran Turismo. They're listening, they're not getting it all right, but they are getting there. And I also just want to say, guys, thank you all so much for the nice comments on my previous voiceover video. Even though it was an absolute terrible video in my eyes, this one isn't much better, I've got to be honest, but I'll get into the swing of it, and you guys liked it, which was the most important thing. Now I just wanted to have a quick ramble about that, and as I do that, we're going to come across the line here to take P9. Well, what I thought was P9, someone up in front, Mike, got himself a penalty because he didn't use the medium. So that penalty is going to bump us up to P8, and that is going to be the end of this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please do be sure to hit that like button and let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. Make sure you're subscribed if you haven't already. Thanks again so much for watching, as I say, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.